we came, into the stars we rise.
This is Astrology Aesthetic, where you claim your power and remember who you really are. I'm Kiki, and together we'll work with the stars to guide the way. Okay, welcome back, Starseeds. I am going to go ahead and just mention we are completely shifting the dynamic of what Astrology Aesthetic is. And what I mean by that is I am still going to fold in astrology and still tie that in. Of course, I can't help it. I love it. But with that said, with everything that's been coming to light in regards to, I'll just name it, ICE, the Epstein files, our, current status of the world, and all of this darkness coming up to come out, I do feel the call to shift what this podcast is about. And specifically for Starseeds, what I feel like that looks like is creating a space for us to gather and continue to do the light work. If you remember in episode 1, I talked about the whole point of Starseeds is to raise the vibration, and we need that more than ever. And of course, I will still show you how to unlock more of your starseed potential. But what I know is if you're here and you're listening, you are already tapped in. And maybe, it's for me, I really resonate with being an empath, and a lot of the energy that's been going around has felt incredibly heavy. And so I've used a grounding ritual that I created, and what that looks like for Starseeds is taking these low vibration energies such as fear, despair, sadness, anxiety, all of these low vibration emotions that are still just emotions, and they're here to communicate something to us, but we're not here to live and be stuck in that energy. And so what this episode today is going to teach you how to take those energies and alchemize them into a higher vibration. And alchemy really is just taking something and turning it into something else. So usually something of low value into something of high value. And so if you're ready, let's go ahead and I will teach you this practice. So, and one thing I actually do want to mention is I'm sure many of us have heard the airplane metaphor. If there's turbulence or something going on, the masks drop. You are instructed to put your mask on first and then assist the person next to you. And I really want to preface this meditation or, this ritual with that, because especially being an empath, if you're listening and you're like, well, how can I take the time to do this if I've got to take care of my neighbor or this or that? I promise you, you will be better able to serve and participate in the light work if you take care of yourself first, if you take that time to regulate your nervous system, and if you take the time to ground. So with that said, let's go ahead and start this ritual. So first off, we're going to acknowledge, and if you're in a space to be present and to close your eyes if it feels safe. If you're driving, that's okay. This isn't like a deep meditation where I would ask you to pause. This is just a practice. So I want you to notice what emotions are coming up for you. Is it fear? Is it anger, anxiety, frustration, grief, numbness, any of these low vibration feelings, okay? And I want you to acknowledge where you feel it in your body. So for me, I have felt a lot of anxiety, and I've felt it in my chest. And I've, felt a lot of sadness and grief and despair. I actually felt that in my throat. And so what I would ask you to do is thank the emotion and your body for showing you where this energy resides. So this is just information, and it's just a message from your system. So taking the time to acknowledge and create the gratitude opens it, and it opens a channel for transformation, okay? So what we're going to do now is, wherever you are, our sweet Mother Earth, she is an abundance of energy and just all good vibes. So what we're going to do is, I want you to feel her energy coming through your feet, rising from the earth, and stabilizing and supporting you. And if you're having a hard time doing that, just take a deep breath in through your nose, and as you breathe in, feel that energy coming and uplifting through your feet, okay? And then as you audibly sigh, feel it just come further in. So do that as many times as you need to, but feel that light coming in and just anchoring you, filling your legs, your torso, your heart, just your whole body, okay? And now you're going to invite starlight down from above through your crown chakra and cascading it all over your body as well. So you're merging it with the earth energy. And why this really works for starseeds is we come from out above wherever home is that we feel, but we know is not earth, but it brings us back to being present in the earth. So we're merging these two energies, okay? And as they merge, I want you to feel the warm energy from the earth and the cool energy from the stars. I invite you to notice what colors are coming up, if any, maybe shapes, and just feel the fusion of, the cosmic light and the grounding energy expanding in every cell, okay? Now, here's the fun part. Specifically, those emotions in that body part that you identified, feeling the, anxiety or anger or sadness or all the above, I want you to specifically channel more of that starlight and earth energy into that specific area and feel that energy replacing and uplifting it with something different. So whatever energy is high vibration, such as love or peace, clarity, gratitude, joy, literally anything, just feel those high vibration emotions dissolving that energy. And you're going to keep regulating yourself, keep breathing. So I would actually invite you to do a box breath. If you don't know what a box breath is, you just inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale 4, and then hold 4. So do that at least once. And then you're going to repeat 3 times. So channel that earth energy, that star energy, alchemize that low vibration feeling into a high vibration emotion. Remember to thank your body and keep breathing through that process. And do this as many times as you need, as often as you need. And my favorite part is the very end. So after you're done alchemizing all of those energies, you're going to take the biggest inhale you've taken this whole time and the most audible exhale you've ever released, and feel that light just merge out and expand past you, your body, your auric field, your living space, wherever, your car, and you're just gonna see that light and those colors and shapes just expand and explode out. And what I invite you to also see is your light merging with other star seeds. And, you can see clusters of, greens and oranges and purples and blues just all colliding, and seeing just people feeling the peace and the gratitude and the clarity of these things needed to come up to come out. And You know, darkness has a very interesting purpose, and me personally, I have a deep love and gratitude and understanding that light workers shine their brightest in the darkness. And I know so many have felt this heaviness and this low vibration energy. And this is why I invite the grounding, and why it's taken, some time to maybe regulate, is because empaths and starseeds, we do feel so deeply, but it's also such a great opportunity to practice these tools and to regulate and just participate in light work. And I know for me, I was talking to my sister and I was like, this just feels like something that's so much bigger than me. Like, how can what I have to say possibly make a difference or contribute? And essentially it just felt very discouraging, especially as an optimist. And I saw, someone online posted something, and it was about the multiple parts of recreating like a social structure or change. And I'm going to link that in the show notes, because there are so many ways to make a difference, and your chart absolutely does show that. And I'll dive into that here in the next episode. I will talk a little bit more about one of the ways we can look at that. But just take a look at that and know that whether it's through storytelling or, literally anything that resonates, that's what I invite you to step into. And I'm just super grateful that you guys have this space for me to show up and be my contribution. And with that, just know that Starseed Alchemy, what we just did, that practice of channeling Earth's light and the starlight and merging that and transmuting that low vibration to high vibration and expanding that out, that's Starseed Alchemy. You can do it anytime, for as little or as long as you would like. And, I just want to say thank you for showing up today. And remember to breathe and feel and let the light that you carry move through the world, because it does matter. And the more of us that wake up and remember that can collectively make a difference. It's the Maharishi Effect, and it's when large groups of people all collectively, whether it's meditate or, channel high vibrational energy, it shows that it does make a difference. And so thank you for showing up and making a difference today. And here's your reminder as you go. And I feel like this maybe resonates a little more for me today, is I am my power sent from the stars, and trust it because you are. I'm so grateful you tuned in today. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. If you'd like to explore pieces that align with your starseed purpose, visit astrologyaesthetic.com. Trust yourself. You're exactly where you're meant to be.